Right, here we go again, another video. So I've got my Roland kit. The audio from my Roland kit is going out to the audio in on my Roland SPD-SX. I'm just going to silence this thing over here for now. So basically, I'm going to use the Master FX section of the Roland SPD-SX to affect the sound that I'm playing with my electronic kit. So if I was to play the kit, there's my standard sound. The Master FX section affects all audio that comes in through the audio in on the SPD-SX. So I can take a delay effect. Obviously that delay rate is affected by time. So it's all very well having delay set up, but if it's not actually set up for the timing that you want, it might not actually really be much good as a tool. But because I've got my tap tempo up here, which affects the tempo of the clock, I can play. Now, I've just set the tempo there to 142.9 BPM. So now, the delay rate has changed. If I slow that tempo down, and now I'm at 58, now the delay effect is synced to that time with that tempo with that click. So now, if I play, there it is. See, now my delay effect is actually working for that click and for that time. So now bring it down 79.4 once again. Now I can change the delay effect here, right? I can change how much of that delay is coming through, and I can change the length of time that that delay actually lasts for. So there, for a short time, here, a longer time. Remember, when you're playing with delay, try and keep your playing simple, because it'll soon sound really terrible. If I was to turn that delay time all the way up, silly. I'm not playing cymbals at the moment. If I played a cymbal with delay, we get that. But one of the tricks that I do and I have done when I've been playing with electronics is I use a trigger to MIDI interface with sounds built in, the Roland TM6 Pro. I have that next to my kit. I take the sound from that out through my SX. That, I'm not triggering any cymbals, I'm only triggering toms, kick and snare. The delay effect on this has a filter on it so that it doesn't affect the bottom end so much. It will affect the top end quite nicely. Right? It will make that more pronounced, but it tends to filter out a little bit the bass frequency so that you don't end up with it all getting muddied. One of the advantages to that is that if I was to be playing my drums with real cymbals and I'm triggering on a trigger unit that's only triggering from a toms, kick and snare, or even just from a kick and snare, or even just from a kick. It means that I can hit this delay button whilst I'm playing, and then I get delay on only those things, not on the cymbals, because they are just ordinary things. So while my drums sound in the room like drums, the triggered sound that is augmenting my drums now has delay on it from my SPD-SX. Right? So there I can also say, right, well, I want something else. So what other effects can I have? Let's have a quick look. If I go to Master Effect here, we've got different delays. We can have different length of delays. We can have different rates of delay. So this is a panning delay, which you will not be able to hear on this video because it would pan left and right, and I'm only using one speaker. But if I was to take, say, let's take my panning delay, and I go to Master Effects Edit, I can now edit that delay, and I can change that time is in quarter notes. Oh no, hang on, that's what the delay. Right. So, no, that's in eighth notes, right? So. If I change this, you can hear that that's fast triplets, okay? So we can change the rate of delay to suit what we want to do with it. So if you want to sound like Stuart Copeland on that gig, the 1983 Synchronicity gig, where he's doing all that fantastic stuff with the rim clicks and the little fills with the toms and things like that, and he's playing quite densely in places, and then other times he plays quite sparse, and he's able to make the delay part of the instrument. And if I'm using triggers, yes, okay, I'm only triggering the triggered sound, and people are still getting the drum sound in the room, but my effect is still coming through my speakers, so the audience is still getting the delay effect. But because it's not happening on the cymbals, you don't end up with a load of mush. And because it's not happening deep in the low end, you don't get a lot of mush. So your mix can stay pretty clean. You don't end up overpowering stuff as long as you remember discipline in your playing. So anyway, other effects. So here we've got some other effects. I've got a pitch shifter here. Change pitch shift. Okay. There's that. Okay, that's one thing. So I can put reverb on. Right, so this is a hall reverb. Now it's not turned up. Turn it up. That to my triggered sound. I don't have to fiddle around with the triggering. I don't have to fiddle around with that interface. I can just hit one button and turn a knob and it's done. Okay? And that can make things really simple. You can have a slicer. I still get the sound of my real drums coming through. Right? But that slicer effect will be added over the top of your real drums. Okay, so that's a really useful way of routing things. And all I've done, I've taken the main outs from my unit that's producing sound, whether it be electronic kit or your triggered MIDI interface, whatever you're using, and I've put it into the audio in on here. I've adjusted the volume on the back of there so that it's okay, The volume here will affect whatever's going through the SX, and whatever audio goes into the audio in on the SX is affected by the effects. It's also the same if you take a signal from your computer using a MIDI lead and you're sending audio from your computer into here, so you're playing a software instrument or any samples that you're triggering from your computer, they are all affected by the Master FX unit. Okay, so there we go. Cheers.